don't think I sang it very well. What the heck, it took maybe 3 or 4 takes. Just now I felt really sad. It is never fun to cry and sing at the same time. The family that Lisa Marie Presley was born into is one of the most famous in the world. People were always interested in her life because she was the only child of Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. As soon as she was born, everyone kept an eye on her, hoping she would become famous like her father. But it wasn't always easy being Elvis's daughter. While it brought her fame, it also caused her stress, sadness and inner conflicts. Lisa Marie died suddenly in early 2023 when she was only 54 years old. All of her friends around the world were heartbroken. The news was hard to believe. Thanks were sent her way, and she was recognized as both Elvis's daughter and a tough woman who had been through a lot in her life. There was a problem though. After a few months, the autopsy report came out. The news inside was terrible, and they finally told the world something they weren't ready to hear. First though, let's look more closely at who Lisa Marie Presley really was. Lots of music, love and death in my life. Lisa Marie Presley was born in Memphis, Tennessee on February 1, 1968. This was 9 months after her parents, Elvis and Priscilla Presley, got married. Lisa Marie grew up in the spotlight because she was the only child of the rock and roll king. Lisa Marie was 4 years old when her parents got a divorce. She moved in with her mother in Los Angeles but often went to see her dad at Grace and Brie. Lisa Marie was only 9 years old when Elvis died in 1977. His property went to her grandfather and great-grandmother as well as her. Lisa Marie got the whole estate when they died. In 1993, when she turned 25, she officially inherited the estate, which was worth about $100 million. Lisa Marie sold most of Elvis Presley Enterprises in 2004, but she kept the name and heritage. Queen was her first rock show, which she went to in the late 1970s. She even gave Freddie Mercury one of her dad's scarves. Lisa Marie, on the other hand, also went through hard times. She once admitted that Michael Edwards, who was dating her mom at the time, was bad to her as a child. Lisa Marie was close to her dad and wrote songs about him. It was released in 1997 and was a moving duo version of his hit song Don't Cry Daddy with his voice on it. Her first album, To Whom It May Concern, came out in 2003 and was named after her. It reached number 5 on the Billboard charts. Almost all of the songs were her own writing. Her second record, Now What, released in 2005, had more sexy lyrics and new takes on old rock songs. Pink even sang on one of the songs as a guest. Lisa Marie also paid respect to her dad in a duet of In the Ghetto that came out in 2007 on Elvis's death anniversary, which was June 30, 2007. The song's sales went to a building project in New Orleans. She sang it on the Oprah Winfrey Show with the Harlem Gospel Choir while old videos of Elvis played in the background. T-Bone Burnett recorded her third album, Storm and Grace, which came out in 2012. People who didn't like it said it was raw, honest and soulful. Some people even said Elvis would be proud of her. Lisa Marie and her dad sang a church duet called Where No One Stands Alone in 2018. After she died, her daughter Riley Keough finished writing her autobiography From Here to the Great Unknown. When it came out in October 2024, it gave fans one last look into her tough, messy life. Elvis Presley, her father, was famous. Elvis Presley is still very famous even though he died many years ago. He is one of the best-selling music acts of all time with more than 500 million records sold around the world. That's a number that not many acts can claim. When it comes to US charts, Elvis still holds the most important numbers. So say some music scholars. He had 38 top 10 hits, which is tied with Madonna for the most of all time. As of now, he is still in second place on the charts according to Billboard, which keeps track of the charts. There are different ways to count his number of number 1 hits, but it was between 17 and 18. That puts him just behind the Beatles and Mariah Carey. It's also crazy that Elvis was number 1 for 79 or 80 weeks, coming in just behind Mariah Carey's 91 weeks. He is king in the UK. 21 of his songs have been number 1 and an amazing 76 of them have been in the top 10. It wasn't just single people. Elvis also had a lot of records too. With 129 albums, he has the most albums that have made it to the Billboard 200 list. That's a long way ahead of second-placed Frank Sinatra. Until Taylor Swift broke the record with 68 weeks, he also held the record for the most weeks an album by a solo act spent at number 1 on the charts. In the UK, Elvis was in the news in 2015 and 2016 when 2 records came out with his old vocals mixed with new orchestral music. Both If I Can Dream and The Wonder of You made it to number 1. In the UK, that gave him 13 number 1 albums, more than any other solo act. It also broke the record for the longest time between first and most recent number 1 albums with almost 60 years. The Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, says that Elvis has sold 146.5 million albums on its records in the United States alone. He has a lot of records that have done well: 101 gold albums, 57 platinum albums, and 25 multi-platinum albums. Besides that, he had a lot of gold and platinum hits. Elvis is still remembered with praise decades after he died. For real, in 2012 a spider was named Paradona Presley after him. He also got the Presidential Medal of Freedom after the fact in 2018. There is even a street named after Elvis Presley in San Antonio, Texas. In case you forgot, the king of rock and roll is still around. About Lisa's personal life. In 2005, Lisa Marie Presley let people into her private life for the first time when she was in the TV movie Elvis by the Presleys. It was a family project that let people see the famous Presley family story from her point of view. Lisa Marie lived in a very old country house in Rotherfield, East Sussex, England, from 2010 to 2016. The building was a home from the 1400s, so it had a lot of history and character. It was interesting that it was only 15 miles from St. Hill Manor, which is known as the Church of Scientology's British headquarters. Lisa Marie also told the truth about some of the problems she had been through. The wedding she had with Danny Keough. Daniel Keough is an actor and singer who Lisa Marie Presley married on October 3, 1988, at the Scientology Celebrity Center in Los Angeles. Before they got married, they were dating for 3 years. They went on a cruise ship owned by the Church of Scientology for their honeymoon, which was very different. Lisa Marie had an abortion early in her marriage, the sleety cheer. She said it was the dumbest thing she had ever done afterward. After that, they had 2 kids together. The daughter is named Riley Keough and was born on May 29, 1989 in Santa Monica, California. The boy is named Benjamin Storm Keough and was born in Tampa, Florida on October 21, 1992. Benjamin was born using a Church of Scientology method called silent birth, which means keeping the birth space calm and quiet. They were married for a short time, but Lisa Marie quickly got a divorce in the Dominican Republic on May 6, 1994. Michael Jackson was charged with molesting children after Lisa Marie and Michael Jackson got married after their split later that year. This made Danny think about asking for custody of their children. Lisa Marie and Danny stayed close after they broke up. In an interview in 2003, she said that Danny was her best friend and that she loved him no matter what. However, they were no longer dating. After she split up with Michael Jackson, she and Danny became closer again. In fact, Danny taught Lisa Marie how to play music and played bass guitar in her band in 2005. She said that their relationship was unconditional and that they had been able to stay close unlike other relationships that had been painful for her. He lived in the guest house on her land. Lisa Marie told People magazine that they were like brother and sister to each other. Also, she wanted to send a good word to other people. People don't have to blame their kids for their problems if they split up. For the sake of their kids, they can still be polite and nice. In 2015, their daughter Riley got married to Ben Smith Peterson. In 2022, Riley gave Lisa Marie a granddaughter they named Tupelo. They were very sad when their son Benjamin died on July 12, 2020. He was only 27 years old. Benjamin killed himself in Calabasas, California, leaving Lisa Marie very sad. His death had a big effect on her, and she never really got over it. Lisa Marie and Danny Keough stayed close friends through all the ups and downs in their lives. Lisa Marie Presley and Michael Jackson also stayed close friends. Lisa Marie got married to the famous singer Michael Jackson on May 26, 1994, just 20 days after she broke up with Danny Keough. There is a pretty good chance that Thomas Keough, Danny's younger brother, was an official witness at their wedding. Lisa Marie met Michael for the first time at one of his shows at Sahara Tahoe in 1974, when she was 6 years old. However, they didn't become friends until November 1992 in Los Angeles. Lisa Marie had said before that she thought Michael wasn't guilty of the major charges against him. In her words, "I believed he didn't do anything wrong and that he was wrongly accused. And yes, I started falling for him. I wanted to save him. I knew I could do it." She even helped Michael settle the claims without going to court and encouraged him to go to rehab and get better. The music video for Michael's song You Are Not Alone came out in 1995. It was directed by Wayne Isham, but it wasn't that long. Lisa Marie filed for divorce in January 1996, saying that she and her husband could no longer get along. Following the event, Michael's makeup artist Karen Fay said that Michael had originally planned to file for divorce, but Lisa Marie begged him not to. He found out the next day that she had filed for divorce instead. Even though Lisa Marie and Michael were no longer together, they tried to get back together off and on for about 4 years. During this time, she flew all the way around the world to be with him. Lisa Marie was heartbroken when Michael died suddenly in 2009 at the age of 50. She said she felt wrecked. In an appearance with Oprah Winfrey in 2010, Lisa Marie talked about how bad their relationship was. She said, "After we got divorced, we broke up and got back together 4 more times and talked about breaking up and getting back together again." She also talked about how special her feelings for Michael were, saying, "I felt like I just always wanted to be around him, always wanted to be a part of. I felt so high. I've never felt that way around another person." She was still very close to Michael even after he died. She said she was the last person at his funeral because she didn't want to leave him.
Lisa Marie told the Sydney Morning Herald in 2014 that their relationship was strong and heated, but that many people got in the way and caused problems. If it were just the two of them, she thought they might not have broke up in the first place. She wrote about her relationships with Michael Jackson, John Ozacha, and Nicolas Cage in her 2024 book, From Here to the Great Unknown. In it, she said that she has never been that happy again. Along with John Ozacha, Lisa Marie Presley met him in May 1999, and things moved quickly between them. Right before Christmas, just 2 days before the holiday, they got engaged. But their relationship didn't last long after that. By March 2001, Lisa had broken up with the guy. After meeting star Nicolas Cage at a party a few months before, she did that. After that, Lisa started dating Nicolas Cage, even though she was still seeing Ozaki show when they met. On August 10, 2002, Lisa and Nicolas got married in Kamoila, Hawaii. However, their marriage did not last long. Nicolas Cage asked for a divorce on November 25, 2002, just a little more than 3 months after the first filing. Not until May 24, 2004, did the divorce become official. The process took some time. Even though Lisa Marie and Nicolas Cage were only married for a short time, their wedding got a lot of attention from the media because both of them were famous. A lot of people have always been interested in Lisa Marie's personal life, including her relationships and weddings. This part with John Ozacha and Nicolas Cage was the same. Fourth marriage and split up. Lisa got married for the fourth time in Kyoto, Japan, on January 22, 2006. Michael Lockwood, her new husband, was her guitarist, music writer and director. Danny Kiao, Lisa's ex-husband, was the best man at the wedding, which was pretty cool. Lisa told Michael she was pregnant in March 2008, and Michael was going to be a dad for the first time. Lisa gave birth to twin girls later that year. On October 7, she had Harper Vivian Ann and Finley Aaron Love Lockwood. At a hospital in Thousand Oaks, California, the twins were born through a C-section. Lisa also had a home in England, called Cowes Manor in Rotherfield, East Sussex, which she used for her family. Lisa liked that she and her family could live there out of the public eye and get away from everything. Lisa did file for divorce from Michael in 2016, though after 10 years of marriage. Early in 2017, things got more difficult when Lisa said she found inappropriate pictures on Michael's computer. Because of these claims, Lisa's mother, Priscilla Presley, briefly took in their kids. The Beverly Hills police looked into what happened by checking more than 80 electronic devices, but they didn't find any proof of a crime. The case was then turned over to authorities in Tennessee, who also closed it that same year, after finding no crime. Lisa and Michael's divorce was finally completed on May 26, 2021. Lisa Marie Presley versus the movie Priscilla. In 2022, Lisa Marie Presley was very much involved in an affair that had to do with her family and how they were portrayed on TV. The movie Priscilla, which Sofia Coppola directed, was based on the book by her mother, Priscilla Presley. Lisa Marie didn't like how the movie told the story of her father, Elvis Presley. She was very angry after reading the plot. Lisa Marie thought that the movie made Elvis look like a stalker and a liar, which she believed was completely unfair and not true. She thought it didn't show how much her parents loved each other. Another thing that made things even harder for her was that her mother loved the movie. Lisa Marie didn't give up though. Even more, she said she was thinking about speaking out against the movie in public, even if it would make her family feel bad. Lisa Marie made it clear that protecting her father's memory was more important to her than keeping quiet for the sake of peace. It was clear from her answer that she wanted to keep Elvis's image alive as a good man and father, not just as a famous person. It also showed how complicated things can get when Hollywood movies are made from people's family experiences, having money problems and grace in an attempt to foreclose. At that time in 2018, Lisa Marie was said to have borrowed $3.8 million and used Grayson as security. Now we're in 2024 and a company says she hasn't paid back the loan. They tried to get the money back by auctioning off Graceland, which shocked Elvis fans and the Presley family. But things got crazy when Riley Cow, Lisa Marie's daughter who received the property, stepped in. The woman went to court and said that the papers that were used to support the sale were fake. She also said Lisa Marie never took out the loan in the first place. The court paid attention to these claims. The sale was quickly stopped by a judge in Tennessee. After doing more study, it was clear that the company trying to sell Graceland wasn't even a real business. The group in question was made up and had no legal right to take control of the land. Because Riley moved quickly and the court made a decision, Grayson was saved. Fans were shocked by the episode, which also showed how much Riley wants to protect her family's history, being connected to Scientology. Lisa Marie Presley was deeply involved with the Church of Scientology for a large part of her life. Like many famous people, she went to Scientology events and publicly supported the church's causes. One of the things she believed in was their strong resistance to psychiatric drugs, especially for kids, so much so that a group backed by Scientology gave her a humanitarian award, which shows how much she cared about their cause. Lisa Marie also didn't think twice about saying what she thought. She spoke out against antidepressants and mental drugs, saying that kids shouldn't be given drugs that affect their minds. A point of view that was exactly in line with what Scientology stands for. Things did change though as time went on. Lisa Marie began to pull away from the church in 2016. She even told people that she didn't agree with how Scientology did things. Even though she didn't say everything, it was clear that she no longer agreed with Scientology's views or practices. Her leaving was a turning point. Even though it meant leaving behind something that had been a big part of who she was for a long time, it showed that she could change her mind. Problems with yourself. Lisa Marie Presley, who is Elvis Presley's daughter, had a lot of problems in her personal life. She was given painkillers after giving birth to her twin girls in 2008. This medication led to an addiction that got worse over time. In her unfinished autobiography, From Here to the Great Unknown, Presley wrote that she was taking up to 80 pills a day when she was most addicted. Her daughter Riley Keough finished writing the book after Presley died. In it, she talked about how her mother's addiction started as a way to deal with pain after a C-section and grew to the point where she had to go to rehab and be hospitalized. Presley returned in the weeks before she died in January 2023. She was said to be on a strict weight loss plan and had started taking pills again after years of struggling with addiction. Presley was very sad when her son Benjamin Keough killed himself in 2020. In her book, she wrote about how she couldn't let go of his body and kept it in the house for 2 months after he died. She also said that she felt very guilty about his death and blamed herself every day. People often saw these people going through hard times, which made people care about them. Presley's willingness to talk about her struggles with addiction and sadness brought attention to the problems she faced and the strength she showed in dealing with them. Lisa Marie Presley's path to wealth was a rocky one with steep drops. Even though she got her father Elvis Presley's wealth, which was worth about $100 million when she was 25 years old in 1993, throughout the years Lisa Marie had a number of money problems. In 2004, she sold 85% of Elvis Presley Enterprises, leaving her with just Graceland and the land around it. Documents from the divorce court showed that she only had $95,000 in the bank and owed the IRS $1.8 million. Even though these people were having money problems, Graceland and the Elvis Presley estate were still getting more valuable.